going on, everybody? It's your boy Pitts Sports Zone, Bowie TV, coming to you live. Listen, it's going down, all things HBCUs. And who else better to start it off with them Bowie State Bulldogs? We coming to you, Bowie State Bulldogs, total access. We got the Morgan State Bears. Listen, all HBCUs information, all HBCU news, sporting events, updates. You get it live here with Pitts Sports Zone, Bowie TV, Comcast Channel 77, Verizon Channel 11 is going down. Don't you miss a beat. Listen, it's only the beginning because it's early still. And we're gonna be here all day. All day. What's going on, everybody? You already know what it is. It's early. We're going to be here all day. It's going down, man. I'm your host, Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Bowie TV, Pitts Sports Zone, coming to you with another one. Listen, we are talking 2025 HBCU Legacy Bowl, and today I have the pleasure of being joined by Jordan Williams, defensive back, Bowie State University. What's going on, Jay?
What's good, man? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good to have you on. Long time coming.
Yeah, long time. It's crazy.
So look, for those that don't know, we're going to pop off a little icebreaker first, okay? Yep. So first things first, what is your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Okay. He's quick and to the point. Spaghetti.
Yeah.
What is your favorite vacation or dream destination?
That's a good question. Dubai. I'll go to Dubai.
Man, that's 2 in a row.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Your favorite NFL team?
Commanders. Unfortunately, we lost, but yeah, the Commanders.
Hey, man, listen, at least your team fought and actually looked like they wanted to compete yesterday. My team just laid down.
Who your team?
Well, I'm everything black and yellow.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah, you should know. You should know. I'm everything black and yellow. The last name just ain't Pitts for.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
The last name just ain't Pitts for a reason.
Yeah, Rogers ain't really do his thing, so.
Can you hear me?
I got you. I get you.
Apologize, Jay, for the technical difficulties. But like I said, the last name ain't Pitts for a reason. You know, my last name Pitts. I'm from Pittsburgh, so it's only right that my colors be black and yellow. But it fit, right? I felt right out home.
It's cool.
But my dad, you look good in that black and gold.
I've been wearing black and gold my whole life. So.
So you're rooting for the wrong team, then, player?
Nah.
All right, so. Jordan, you know, I wanted to give the audience of understanding and a view of who Jordan Williams is, right? Your journey, the things that you come through, you know, the process that you had to come, you know, the injuries. There's a lot of things. There's a story about you that, you know, people don't know. Yeah. And, you know, I think it's great, you know, for you to be able to, you know, share that story, man, not only to show that you overcome, but also to inspire somebody else, you know, who may be going through something similar. But before we get to that, man, if you can, give me one of your most memorable moments or games from this year.
This year, it'll definitely be that forced fumble against Virginia Union. And I finally got to wear that defensive chain for the first time. So so that one right there, that was a big play. That was a big momentum change in the game.
Yeah.
And that boosted my confidence up a little bit. So that was one of my favorite plays of the season.
And if you can, Jay, you know, we both attended the Head to Speech award, you know, when we were recipients of the award. Can you share a little bit about your journey and the process in which your award was presented?
So the process, it was a lot. So this summer, following the Head to Speech award, before that, I did a lot of cognitive training where, you know, I got to practice with my reaction time and my memory and certain things that help me be better on the field and help me be step ahead of everybody else on the field, because you don't really hear too many people doing cognitive skills testing. That's like only people I know really doing it is Mahomes, Tom Brady, people like that. So I just tried to hop on that trend to put me a step ahead of everybody. So that plays a big part in, my success this year, and just me always being, where I'm supposed to be at on the field.
When you were talking about the test, can you share a little details in regards to what it entails for the cognitive test?
Yeah, I ain't gonna give too many because I ain't gonna give out my
Right.
secret. But
Oh yeah.
I
Don't
definitely,
give a little sprinkle. Don't get a formula.
I'll say it'll flash up it'll be a screen, right? And it'll flash 4 different shapes. And it'll be like the 4 shapes, four different colors. It'll flash it on there 5 times, and there'll be a blank screen. Then it'll show another sequence of different shapes and colors. Then you have to remember the shape and colors from the first sequence. So it's like certain things you got to stay engaged and stay focused during the training.
Absolutely. And, something that I shared yesterday, with Jaden, that I shared with you as well, is that the crazy thing that comes full circle, we spoke a little off camera about, is the fact that, when I started everything, you guys were freshmen. So it's crazy. I feel like we've all grown together, grown up and, watched the growth, within each other, man. I just want to say, for me, I appreciate you for always, being accessible, being open to the idea, being open to, the presence, and just believing in, that, at no given moment, were my intentions to deter or tear down. So I appreciate you for always being accessible, and always, just the appreciation the love that you show. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you too, because it goes a long way when you have people who always trying to share, like, the HBCU culture with everybody, because Bowie, sometimes we don't get that audience that everybody else gets. So for you to come out there and just start fresh with us and build with us and end up in the same spot at the end of our career is crazy. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you too.
I can't wait to New Orleans. It's just gonna be like the icing on the cake.
Yeah, that's like a reunion right there.
Well, I cannot wait. It's gonna be like the icing on the cake in New Orleans.
Most people don't know, like Tyler Thomas, he got selected for Morgan State Bears. I actually played Little League with him for a few years, and then his big brother played high school with my big brother. So like, it's a lot of full circle moments coming around.
Absolutely, man. I definitely want to give a shout out to Gerard Hines. He said, on behalf of the Symphony of Soul, we are proud of you, Jordan.
I appreciate you. Hey, they play a big part in my game, because when that band crank up, that get me going every game. That get me going, especially going down for kickoff. That's why I make half the tackle. So appreciate that.
Thanks, man. Shout out to the Symphony of Soul.
Yeah, shout out to them for real.
And so what we want to do, right, Jay? We want to do it's broken down into 7 categories, right?
Gotcha.
First category is the whole process of the selection experience. How did it feel when you got that call or that message letting you know that you were invited to the HBCU Legacy Bowl?
So I actually got it on my birthday.
Nah, what a birthday present, man.
On my birthday. So I'm like, and this is one of those situations where, I had to be patient. It was kind of stressful and stuff. I'm like, all right, everybody can pick. So I had to stay down and say prayers. And I said a prayer that night. I'm like, yeah, if it's for me, then let it be for me. If it's not, give me a sign. And then the next day, 10:57 p.m., got the invite. And it was, from there, it was just excitement and almost a little bit of tears. But it's still like unbelievable to me. But, sometimes you got to realize, all the work you put in and all the things you put forth towards it. So.
Absolutely, man. And yet, you definitely earned it. It's well deserved and well earned. It's not a given award, and it's not for the weak. And you put in the work year in, year out. Every time your number was called, regardless whether it was special teams or defense, you've always managed to answer the call. Not only that, you're a very you're a spoken leader. I look at, it's funny because sometimes I look at you and Jaden, like, you guys, you don't say much, but your volume is loud. You know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta say too much. Your presence and your aura speaks for it.
Yep.
when you talk about your journey in the background, can you share a bit about your journey, your college football career, and what motivated you to pursue this path?
The motivation started before college. Um, so my older brother, he got the opportunity, but he wasn't able to complete like
Mm,
this opportunity because of injuries too. So that played a big part of my career, just being able to like carry on, his legacy with mine and still make him proud and stuff. But then for me, it was for like I walked on to Bowie State, so that I was already on a level, like another level as far as just grinding and working for stuff. So like once I realized I could accomplish that and work my way up to a scholarship, that's when I felt like I could do anything. So from there on, it was just grinding and grinding and just chasing my dream. So I'll say it started before college, and then after, as far as the injuries, that was a hard thing because some of the injuries was like, dang, how am I gonna come back from it? So,
yeah.
just a lot of prayer took me a long way. Just having faith that everything gonna work out and just being patient, and God just answered every time. So now I'm here, and it's been a rough journey, but I'm grateful for it because I learned a lot.
Absolutely, man. And when you talk about the journey, a lot of the times, I haven't met someone whose journey, didn't have the bumps and the curves in the road. And,
Mhm.
when you share the fact that, you were a walk on at first, that
Yeah,
speaks volumes to your work ethic, your dedication, your commitment, right? And then also the injuries, battling through the injuries and still, having the fortitude, the motivation, the discipline to still come back stronger. On that moments, I know sometimes with athletes, when it comes to injuries, injuries at times it's a physical thing, but it also can be a mental block
yeah,
at
definitely.
times. Were there any moment where you found yourself in that position where mentally it was like I'm gonna get through this. This is just another hurdle. It's basically just another test to your testimony.
Yeah, I'll say when I had that concussion last season because that was before that season I fractured my shoulder and certain things like that. So, I felt like I overcame that, had one of my best seasons that year, and then second game to the last had a concussion. So right there, that was when I had that moment like,
Yeah.
sheesh. I was second thinking things, but I'm like, I've been through this before. Like I started looking at other people, other athletes, they, have either rougher stories than me. So I'm like, if they could do it, I could do it. So
Yeah.
that's just really just looking at everybody else's story and just, staying focused on mine too.
The third category that I wanted to touch base on was your HBCU experience.
Yeah.
How has being a part of HBCUs shaped your football career and your personal growth?
Personal growth, it put me in a lot of positions to have like a lot of connections with people who, look like me, talk like me, speak like me. So it was like having that type of support means a lot. So it was really the connections and like the I'll say the atmosphere, like the games, all the love, people coming out. You got like my head coach, my high school head coach, he was an alumni there at Bowie and in the Hall of Fame, Coach Hayes. So
Okay.
just being able to be around everybody and have everybody come together at like every game, it just means a lot. So it's really just the family part of it, like the brotherly love, things like that.
And it's funny because I was going to ask you if you can, in one word, define what HBCU means to you. What would it be?
Mm, that's a good question. You might got me right there.
But I think you kind of answered it right when you talked about, and I'm not putting the words. I'm just
Yeah,
paraphrasing from what you said. I think you really kind of answered it on your last statement when you said the environment. It's a
yeah,
family environment,
yeah, family,
you
yeah,
know, and a lot of times the atmosphere. It definitely is just that.
yep.
It's a love that is felt that doesn't have to be said. It's the aura that surrounds HBCU campuses
Hmm.
and those that are a part of it.
Yeah, so that one word would be probably family. Definitely family. Or
Okay,
you know.
so let's talk about your goals and intentions. What
Hmm.
are your main goals for the HBCU Legacy Bowl,
Yep.
and how do you plan to stand out?
Um, Plan to stand out. I like to keep things secret, but Playing to stand out, just being myself, like not faking anything. The coaches, I'm there for a reason. They've been seeing me, all season. So they already know what to expect. So I'm just going to go there and make sure I'm consistent with, who I am as a player, who I am as a person. Just always being the first, never being the last, always being the earliest, not the latest.
Yeah.
Just doing the little things that's going to make me stand out as a player. We'll be in the playbook a lot, going to be in the hotel all day. So, right now it's like I got to get paid. So money on the table, I got that opportunity. I'm going to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Last game of the season, I seen you at the Morgan game, and just the relationship with you and Jada. How cool is it that you actually get to go into this experience with several other players that you have a relationship with?
It's real cool because me and Jaden came in as like babies together. Like I even used to train with him before we went to Bowie. I didn't even know him and his brother. Like I didn't know until we went to Bowie. I'm like, damn, I used to train with you the whole time. So that brought us together. And then like we all had the same work ethic. Like even when we was red shirted, every time we went to practice, we made sure we was balling out every time. Like we always made sure we was around a group of guys that was doing the right thing, and we was always make sure we was gonna stand out. So that kind of stuck with us, and we always hold each other accountable, and we kind of got a standard between like everybody we hang around, and we just try to uphold that standard every time. So we always had our experiences where it's like, it's times we got to help each other. It's times where, we down and stuff, but that's the thing about the brotherly love, It's always good to have somebody right there who experienced the same thing or going through the same thing as you. So, it's a tight bond as far as that. So it's definitely a big, like, I'm glad to be able to go out there with him and share that moment because, we've been through a lot. So.
Absolutely. Have you spoken to any of the past players that you know personally that played in the HBCU Legacy Bowl, and what was their advice, if any?
Their advice was basically like be myself. Don't put up a facade. I'm there for a reason. They was telling me to like have fun, stay focused, and just do me.
Yeah.
Don't overthink. Just not overthinking and just do me for real, for real.
So the next category we wanted to touch on. So during this process, you get the opportunity to either meet and or work out for the 32 coaches or scouts for NFLs, in regards to the HBCU NFL Combine part. How are you preparing for the HBCU Legacy Bowl and the Combine, and what specific skills and attributes are you hoping to showcase?
Showcasing the same things that I've been showcasing all season, but it's really the speed, showcasing speed and good angles, elevate my man coverage skills, my ball skills, things like that. But as far as the tackling, it's gonna be the same physical stuff. But as far as the training, is really right now I gotta rest a little bit because I'm still banged up, but it's gonna look like yoga, Pilates, and then you got cognitive skills training, a couple field day workouts, and just maintaining my strength. Not trying to get any bigger necessarily, but trying to pass the eye test and prepare for that combine and pick up on the things that I know I need to pick up on, like my vert, bench press if I can, and my 40. Have solid testing numbers.
Awesome. Absolutely. The next category I wanted to touch on was advice and inspiration. What advice would you give to younger athletes who aspire to follow in similar footsteps?
I would say like never give up and never listen to the crowd. Like people always gonna have a lot to say, but you got to know who you are as a person. You got to know who you've been through as a person, and just understand that you bigger than anybody else who has an opinion. Like your journey is what matters the most. So just always try to find somebody who motivates you, whether that's your parents or somebody who's in the pros already, and just try to live up to a certain standard that becomes a habit in your life that you're not going to ever like turn your back on.
Yeah. And then lastly, future aspirations beyond the NFL. What are your long-term aspirations, both on and off the field?
Definitely Pro Bowl opportunities, getting in Pro Bowl, getting in the Hall of Fame, Super Bowl ring, of course making a 53-man roster before all that. And as far as off the field, I want to do things for the community, like host a lot of drives, get back to the high schools and around the area, just pour into the community that poured into me as a kid.
Absolutely. And again, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for taking the time. I think, you know, every time I see you, it always feels love. I appreciate, you know, the like I said, the openness, the accessibility, you know, that you provided me. And I look forward to New Orleans, man. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't. It's I cannot wait. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun, you know. And this is my my second go around to where I get to do things a little differently as well. Where I get down there earlier than I did last time, and you know it's gonna be nothing but mad content. And of course, you know I'm gonna be slanted and shaded to all the guys that I know for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, tune in. Make sure y'all tune in to Pitch and Push because you know it's gonna be interviews going all day at the nose.
Man, but I appreciate you, man, and I definitely, you know, wish you the best of luck in your preparation. You know, health. One thing that you said, you know, basically, you know, if it's God's will, it's gonna happen. You know, so at the end of the day, all we can do is keep moving, keep training until there's something that comes along and tell us this is no longer for us. But congratulations again, man. Well deserved, well earned, and can't wait to see you in New Orleans.
Can't wait to see you, man. Let's go ahead and do what we do.
Let's get it. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. I'm your host, Pitts Sports Zone, Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Bowie TV, coming to you live. Got my man, Jordan Williams, defensive back, Bowie State University. Listen, man, it is going down Human Stadium. If you know or are a friend of or just support HBCUs, I urge you to tap in. Go ahead and get your tickets for HBCU Legacy Bowl, Saturday, February 21st. I believe it's going down. Meet me in New Orleans, baby.
There you go.
Listen, man, but y'all stay tuned. I got many more interviews coming to you today. I got Elizabeth City later today, and I also got Chris Calhoun coming up as well. It's going down 2025 HBCU Legacy Bowl. Who else going to bring y'all that content other than Pitts? Nah, I'll be over here. Enjoy the rest of y'all Monday, man.
Peace.